Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair, Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bell Lost Souls with
Evan from Dragon's Lair, Comics and Fantasy.
and we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight.
Let's talk about some Dark Angels.
They got secrets, man.
They're dark.
They are dark.
And
so you brought
angel
all of the Dark Angel releases,
yes.
right?
Today,
Almost all.
Today we have a lot.
There's no Hellblasters.
No. But I do have the Codex.
You got the Codex?
The Intercessors, the Aggressors, and then the Data cards. So there's a lot to talk about and a lot to see.
Yeah, and the Hellblasters also came out this week, but...
Yes.
But
I don't have them.
But realistically...
Yes.
These kits are very, very similar to what we've seen before. They just have the Dark Angels upgrade sprue now.
Sure,
which is kind of cool.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff to
And
cover.
the big thing is the Codex and the Data cards. There's some new stuff, like new
big deal.
Yeah, stratagems and everything like that. Yeah. So.
And I have spent the week playing around with the...
You're an expert.
Well,
I'm not going to talk. You're going to talk.
I'm familiar.
I'll say and sure, and then we'll keep going.
I'm familiar with the Deathwing, Dark Angels, and all that fun stuff. Good. I've got to play around with them. Yeah. Let's go ahead and dive into all of the Dark Angel releases. Dark Angels. Hi, Evan.
Yeah.
Where should we start, man?
Let's save these two for last.
Okay.
And let's get the models out of the way.
Yeah, let's do the models real fast.
Out of the way.
Let's do the aggressors.
Okay.
So again, here's the aggressor box. Back to the aggressors. These are the same basic kits that we've seen before. The difference, of course, you're going to get the Dark Angel upgrade sprue.
Right.
So let me just get all these stuff out. This is a pretty densely packed box. So
yeah.
There's your full aggressors, right? So that's the first sprue. Here's your bases. Got to have those. There's the Dark Angel upgrade sprue.
So that's what's new compared to all the others.
And then you've got your instructions, your decals, which are super cool and handy, and then your second sprue. But that's the core of this whole thing. Now we have on bowls we have already seen the aggressor sprue before, so we won't go over that in great detail. We got a lot of stuff to cover anyway.
Right.
But this is the new sprue. You get one of these sprues for the aggressors. You only need one because you're making 3 aggressors. Mm-hmm. But what's important about these? Let me just move these. And by the way, these are the full kits. You're not getting shorted any bits. These are the full kits.
Yes, so, that's important to note. Yeah.
Just to show off, because this is what a lot of folks are going to be interested in. You're going to have 6 shoulder pads and 3 aggressor shoulder pads.
Okay.
You're also going to get, if you want a sergeant for your other squads, for other Primaris squads, you're going to get the sword. You're going to get like the pointy hand.
The pointy hand.
Yeah, and then you're going to get a bunch of extra bits and stuff. There's extra heads as well.
Yeah.
So, but this sprue is basically going to be in all of the Dark Angel Primaris upgrades and all of the Intercessors, the Aggressors, the Hellblasters. You're going to get at least one of these sprues per kit.
Right.
So I just want to call it out, and then we'll show off the rules real quick. Again, just instructions to build them. Full color, like we come to expect from GW.
All the options.
All the options there. You can build them with the Flamestorm Gauntlets. You can build them with the auto bolt storm gauntlets, and even have the missile pods and stuff on top. And then, of course, you get the rules in the box too. So
yeah,
that's what you can expect for the aggressors.
Right. Okay.
To the side.
Moving this over.
And now we're going to same thing for the intercessors. This is your Primaris tack squads, I like to call them.
Yes.
So same deal in the back. So this box is it is for 10 miniatures. You're going to get a full Primaris tack squad, or a Primaris intercessor squad, excuse me.
Yes.
We've got the same rules.
Well, not the same rules, but yeah.
Yeah. You got the
full color, full options.
Color. Thank you. It comes with the rules to play them in-game.
Yeah.
Your data sheet there for
all the different languages.
Yep. How to build them. We're good.
Yeah.
Got the decal sheets, transfers. You got the bases. Again, these are the 32 mil bases. These are the larger ones.
Yeah.
Bits, sprues. So
these are the full kits as well, right?
Correct.
Okay.
2.
And then these
are the 2 Dark Angel sprues, and then the 2 other ones.
Yeah.
So you get the idea.
So
we've seen these before.
These 2 we've seen before, and there's double ups, so we can put those aside.
Yeah. And then again, we've just seen the sprues. So
yeah.
That's the Dark Angel sprue. And again, you get 2 of those because you're going to need them. You're going to end up with a total of 12 shoulder pads for the Dark Angels and 6 shoulder pads for aggressors. So if for some reason you already had 3 aggressors and you just wanted to swap a shoulder pad out, you're good to go.
Very cool.
And extra heads and stuff like that. But yeah, these kits, they're new in the sense that there are new Dark Angel bits included. So
right.
But other than that, they're not brand new, like new sculpts or anything like that. So
cool.
That's what you're gonna get for them. What's next, Evan?
All right, so let's bring out the Codex and the data cards. Now, data cards, we've seen these with all the other releases so far with the Codices. So I think we should actually go over the Codex first, maybe?
We'll just do these real quick.
Okay, yeah, get them out of the way.
Well, actually, we don't even need to open these, right, guys? Because like these are going to be your tactical objectives. There's 36 there. There's 29 stratagems total.
Which we'll see in the Codex.
Yep. 6 psychic powers, including their new discipline, including Smite.
Yeah.
And actually, I think they only have 25 stratagems. I think the other ones might be like the reroll, stuff like that.
Okay.
But we've seen the data cards. This is just specific to Dark Angels. So, Codex time. This is what everybody has been wanting to see. It is out now. Yes.
All right.
So where do I start, man?
Some Dark Angels.
Been sitting around with this all week.
Say
so
they have the secrets.
They have the secrets. They have some secrets.
You're the expert in this, that's for sure. This is the first time I'm seeing the open inside.
Yeah.
So where do you want to start?
Man, okay.
Table of contents first.
Let's just go over this real fast. This layout is going to be pretty much the exact same we've seen in other Codex releases. So it's going to have your lore section up front. It's going to have more of the story updates and timetable changes and things like that. So we'll go through there. Sons of the Lion, it's going to go through your the first part of their special rules, all of the units that are available.
Yep.
Again, if you're looking at this list, you're going to notice that there are certain units from the Space Marine Codex that are not included, Centurions being one of those. There are special versions of other units. All the Primaire stuff, all the new Primaire stuff is in this list, including the new new Lieutenant model.
Right. That's the one new model, right?
The one new model, the Dark Angels range, is that the Primaire's Lieutenant. And then, of course, at the end, we're gonna get all the cool stuff: the stratagems, warlord traits, relics, the new Interromancy discipline, all that fun stuff. So just to skip around real quick, awesome artwork packed all throughout this book.
Oh yeah.
Goes through the First Legion, obviously the Dark Angels. It talks about the time before the heresy. We're gonna skip through there. There's a lot of stuff to cover. It does talk about the leadership of the Dark Angels. Talks about their hunt for the fallen, things like that. They do have interrogator chaplains, which they work with their librarians to try to crack the minds of the fallen, make them repent, things like that. Other chaplains, apothecaries. Trying to skip around here quick. Where do I want to stop here? Oh, it's going to go through all the characters and different organizational structure of the Deathwing.
Okay, that's important.
Of the Dark Angels. Because, again, they are broken up into regular Dark Angels, Deathwing, and then Ravenwing. Which technically, it's all one chapter, but you guys don't know.
Right, but there's different sections.
Right, different sections. Deathwing Knights, Deathwing Squads, transport vehicles, and support and all that kind of stuff. Painting, it's going to go over the whole Dark Angel range.
Yeah.
Again, the... excuse me, the newest model, I'm trying to find him, where's he at?
Should be...
The newest model is the Lieutenant guy, which I didn't spot him.
Was he on that list of...
oh, he's
right there?
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the new Primaris Lieutenant. I didn't recognize it because this picture has a helmet. You can build him without one if you want.
Okay.
So that's the newest model. Let's skip around real quick. Sons of the Lion, they do have a couple of cool abilities, which I will cover real quick. They do have Jink, which is back. So all the Ravenwing units, basically. If a unit has this ability when they advance, they gain a 4-up invuln save against all shooting attacks until the start of your next movement phase.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is kind of nice. The other ability that a lot of the other units have is Inner Circle. This is kind of like the leadership boost. This unit automatically passes morale tests. In addition, you can reroll failed hit rolls in the fight phase for attacks by this unit that target a fallen unit. So that's a very unique subset of units that you get to reroll on.
Right.
The big thing there is they get the auto pass morale checks.
That's very cool.
Yeah. All the Dark Angel War Gear, we don't need to do that. Same deal with the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just a quick example. This is the newest unit, the new unit in the army. This is kind of the big deal.
The Talon Master?
The Talon Master.
Okay.
Okay. So I've got to play a couple games with them.
Yeah.
Talon Masters are good. If you want my advice for building a successful Dark Angels army, play Ravenwing.
They're pretty good, huh?
The Ravenwing Talamasters are really good. First off, this is a land speeder. Let's just get that out of the way. Yeah. So this model is a land speeder. It's a character. It's a vehicle. It's a land speeder. It has fly. It's a Dark Angel unit still. It's a Ravenwing unit as well. What's so great about this guy? First off, he has just come in base. He's going to come with a twin assault cannon and a twin heavy bolter. So that's going to be a total of 18 shots per turn. They're heavy. So if you move, you're minus -1 to move or to shoot. Sorry, you hit on a 3-up normally. You do have Jink, so if you advance, you get the 4-up invuln. No escape, it means you can target characters. No escape is units don't gain benefit for the cover, which is kind of nice because these are -1 weapons. So if you're shooting at something in cover, no cover boost. They will explode because they're vehicles, but they also have tactical precision. So that is reroll 1s for friendly Dark Angel units within 6 inches of this model.
It boosts other Dark Angels, yeah.
Yep. So in essence, they're flying lieutenants.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at their stat line too. Like I said, they move 16 inches.
Jeez.
They don't degrade, by the way. There's no like.
That's great. Well, they're only 6 wounds,
Yeah,
but
the tough 6 was 6 wounds.
Yeah.
And 4 attacks. That's the other cool thing. They have a power sword.
That's awesome.
So even in close combat, they're still getting 4 attacks.
With a 2-up.
Yeah,
weapon
2-up
skill.
weapon skill. So they're pretty beefy little jerks. Yeah. And again, if we roll all wound rolls of 1 for friendly Dark Angels, they are themselves Dark Angel units. Yeah. They believe their own aura. So they're getting to reroll 1s to wound as well. So the most successful stuff we were playing around with was Ravenwing heavy lists with a lot of Talamasters running around as your HQ choices.
Makes sense.
There's other things you can do in this army. We won't get into all the detail, but that is the new unit. That's all the tactical advice we have time for right now. But as you can see, you get a ton of stuff. All of the Primaris stuff, war gear options, all that fun stuff is all in the book too. Last section we're really going to cover. Grim Resolve is their army-wide, essentially chapter tactic. That if you're looking at it like from the Space Marine Codex.
What does it do?
Grim Resolve is you can reroll all hit rolls of 1 for this unit whenever it shoots, including from firing from Overwatch, so long as it did not move in the prior movement phase, which is awesome. And I believe this applies to infantry, bikers, and dreadnought units other than servitor units in the Dark Angels detachment. And Dark Angel's successor chapter detachments also gain the Grim Resolve ability. So
that's very cool.
Yeah. Let me make sure. Yeah. So. Yeah. Anyway, if the unit doesn't move, they're firing that. Also, in addition, the unit can never lose more than 1 model as a result of any single failed morale check. So, if they don't have Inner Circle, but they are an infantry or bike squad, they're still only ever going to fail morale check and lose 1 model if they ever have to take one to begin with.
Right.
So, they stick around. They have a ton of cool stratagems.
What's some of the good ones?
25.
25?
Yeah. Some of the good ones, I think there's one page actually that has them all.
Just has all the good ones.
All the good ones.
Conveniently in one page.
Yeah. I think the vote for the funniest one, in my opinion, is the Lion and the Wolf. And this is if you bring any Space Wolf infantry units randomly. You choose 1 Dark Angel infantry model and 1 Space Wolf model, and they basically fight at the beginning of the game. Roll a die for each model on a 4-up. The model suffers a mortal wound, but each model that survives then increases its strength, attacks, weapon skill, and leadership by 1 for the remainder of the game.
So funny.
You can only use this once per battle, but
right.
It's just kind of a funny fluff.
It's only 1 command point. Why not?
Yeah, and it's weird though because you have to bring both Dark Angels and Space Wolves, and if you know the history or lore, they don't get along.
That's probably why
that's the joke.
That's funny.
What other good stuff is in here? Speed of the Raven is really nice. This unit applies to Raven units, but when they advance, they can still shoot and charge this turn.
That's pretty cool.
Which is pretty nice. Because if you see a lot of the Raven stuff, they have heavy weapons.
Yeah.
So they'll get to fire their heavy weapons and still charge, which can be pretty devastating with their Talon Master.
Sure.
What other fun stuff was there? Fortress of Shields, which is a nice one for Deathwing. If you bring in Deathwing with a bunch of Storm Shields. This does only apply in the fight phase, but select a Deathwing unit from your army that contains at least 3 models equipped with Storm Shields. Your opponent must subtract 1 from all wound rolls made against that unit till the end of the phase.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So again, if they're in the fight phase, they get charged, or you charge them, you use that on your Deathwing, and the opponent is winning you on 1 less. Deathwing are tough.
Yeah, so it's gonna be hard to kill them.
Yeah, I mean they're Terminators, so tough 4, 2 wounds each.
Right.
They have Terminator armor, which is a 2-up save, 5-up invuln, just normally. If they're packing Storm Shields, that's another 3-up invuln. They're just a brick wall.
They're a tough cookie.
Yeah. And that's it for the stratagems page. Warlord traits, they have some cool ones here. This is kind of the Courage of the First Legion is kind of weird based on the other Grim Resolve and the Inner Circle one. This one is a friendly Dark Angels unit automatically pass morale test while they're within 12 inches of your Warlord. I don't really see this one as being very useful, just based on the other abilities, but that's just me. Maybe you have a secret tech plan. One of the ones I do like was Master of Maneuver. You can reroll the dice used to determine how far friendly Dark Angels unit advance or charge if they're within 6 inches of your Warlord. So one thing you could do, this is not guaranteed by any means, but it will. You may get to pull this off occasionally. Is Deep Strike some Deathwing Terminators with your Warlord nearby and get the reroll for the charge distance.
Yeah,
so that could be a good way to get
them in real quick and get them in a bad spot.
Just want to caveat, it's not 100% guaranteed.
Right.
It's not a super high probability thing. It is a risk, but if you pull it off, it can really surprise your opponent and put them on their back foot as they have to deal with a squad of Terminators.
Yeah.
That'll assault. However, if you do want to shoot your Terminators, though, I would recommend looking at, where was it at? Deathwing Assault. This is basically
2 command points or 3 command points.
Yep. Depending on the size of the unit, the Deathwing guys, when they deep strike in, or equivalent of deep striking, teleporting in, whatever you want to call it, they can immediately shoot and then shoot again on their shooting phase.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
So that's a nice, 1-2 punch if you have a lot of shooting. Yeah. Relics of Caliban. They have some cool stuff here too. I think my favorite one was, where was it at? Was this the Plasma Blaster? This is a Combi Bolter, but it's a Combi Bolter Plasma Blaster, not Plasma Gun. Okay. It's just slightly different there. The Mace of Redemption's kind of nice. This really makes me want to take guys with Power Mauls because this thing's pretty beefy. Yeah. It's plus 3 strength, -3 AP, and D3 damage. And you can reroll all failed rolls made for this weapon against Heretic Astartes. There's a lot of Chaos players around these days in our parts. So having that against the reroll against them is kind of nice. And of course you get your points values and tactical objectives and things like that. So
a lot in there.
A lot to digest. That's a really, really high level overview of the Dark Angels Codex. But that's pretty much all the releases this week from GW. Data cards, Primaris Interceptors, Primaris Aggressors. And we didn't have them, but the Hellblasters are
Hellblasters as well, yeah.
That was one last thing I forgot to mention. There's a stratagem in here, Ancient Weapons or something like that, that allows you to add 1 to the damage of plasma weapons.
Ooh, that's good for the Hellblasters.
Let me just prove everybody that I'm not lying. Weapons of the Dark Age. I knew it was Ancient something. But it's a 1 CP stratagem. Use it before a Dark Angels unit. Makes it a shooting of phase attacks, basically. Increase the damage characters of that unit's plasma weapons by 1 until the end of the phase. So, Hellblasters with that thing, pretty gnarly.
Nasty, yeah.
Because that takes your strength 7 1 damage shots up to strength 7 2 damage shots. If you overcharge, say you have like a captain or somebody let you reroll hits, so you're not blasting yourself. Woo!
Pretty good.
3 damage a pop. Pretty reliable, pretty dangerous stuff. So that's the Dark Angels in a nutshell. Top out for weekend. Well, that was all the Dark Angels releases for this week from GW.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff, man.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
If you are a Dark Angels collector, Dark Angel player, it's your week.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Like, go out there.
A lot to do. I hope you've been saving up.
Hope you've been saving up.
You have a lot to buy.
For sure, man. Between the Codex, the data cards, and then the 3 boxes of new units for them, yeah, it's a good week to be a Dark Angels player.
Definitely, yeah.
So let's crunch the numbers on these real quick.
All right,
so we'll start over here. Primaris Aggressors.
So those are 55.
55?
Yes.
And as you saw, it's the same kit as the regular Aggressors, but you get the Dark Angel upgrade sprue. Yep. Which is super handy. The Intercessors.
Intercessors, yeah. These are 60.
$60 again. Yep. Same deal as the regular ones, but you get the upgrade sprues.
Yep.
Data cards.
15 as usual.
And then the book.
40 as usual.
Yep. So right down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing
it's a good
new.
week. Nothing
Dark
crazier.
Angels, you don't have to spend more for your
Yeah.
luckily.
Yeah, your Codex is the same price as everybody else. So, shock. Even though it's full of secrets. So it's a value if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, these are all for Warhammer 40k, obviously, from Games Workshop, for all of you Dark Angel players.
Yeah.
So get out there and uncover the secrets of the Fallen and go play.
Yes.
I'm AdamHarry from Bowls.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.